The read.tokenize function accepts a line of text in a string format. What this means is that it splits that long line of text into an array of its tokens. Tokens are just another word for words or punctuation marks, like question marks or exclamation points. In these examples, we're going to use the Rita library to perform text analysis and generation. In this case, we're going to take a string, a sentence, I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream, and we're going to use the tokenize function to turn each of the words into different tokens. Let's take a look at the code. So for the first part of these examples, we're really only going to be using the setup function without any draw calls. What we're going to use is read.tokenize to create an array of words. So if we create a variable called words, and we call read.tokenize, inside of the tokenize function, we provide a string. That is a sentence in this case. So, I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream, with period. Next, we want to just print out each of the individual words. So let's use a for loop. Var I equals 0. I is less than words dot length I plus plus. So we're going to loop through each of the words in our words array, and we're going to use the text command and say words I, and each of them are going to be positioned vertically. So let's position them 10 pixels over, and I times 20. So what this means is each subsequent word is going to be on a line, and we're going to multiply the position by 20 pixels each time. Let's go ahead, save, and refresh the page. And you'll notice that we have actually we need to translate it down because we are losing the first word here. So let's go ahead and, instead of it I times 20, say I times 20 plus 20. That should pop it down. And we now see I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Something to note here is that the read.tokenize function returns an array of words and also punctuation. So this last period is counted as a read token. That's all for now. Let's talk a little bit about generating text. So before, we were using the Rita object to create our text analyses. Now we're going to create a new object instance of our RI lexicon. As you recall from the objects lecture, new means to create a new object instance. We use that to create a local variable, lexicon, and then each of our methods we perform on the lexicon object. So lexicon.randomWord will return a random word to us. So far we've been analyzing text, but now we're going to generate random text, or text with programmaticness. So here I have a canvas, and when I click on it, I just get a random word from the lexicon of random words. This could go on endlessly. Let's take a look at the code and see how it works. So generating text is a little bit different in Rita than analyzing text. In order to do so, we need to actually use the RI lexicon object. So we're going to create a placeholder for a lexicon variable. And inside of our setup function, we're going to say lexicon equals new RI lexicon. So you may recall from the lesson on objects that whenever we create a new instance of an object, we're essentially constructing an instance of that object. So down here in our mouse pressed